Here's McCarthy. He'll find his tight end, Josh Oliver. And out of bounds he goes, just shy of midfield. That pickup, good for 29 yards.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too. So they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Texans who have the early lead. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. Third and long. To throw, it's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Jordan Addison that time. And it's going to lead to fourth down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. Very nice return. He takes it up past the 35-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Kirk is the motion man. On first down, they'll start with Mixon. They work forward to the 40-yard line. The big defensive tackle, Javon Hargrave, brings that one to an end. Here's a 2nd and 9. Again, they'll give it to Mixon. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
There hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon?
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a second.
Finally, this defense has been searching for a big play after giving up 2 touchdowns on the previous 2 drives. They're going to need more of that. They have to find more impactful plays that end drives and get the ball back to their offense.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Moore going in motion. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. That's his 3rd catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Here comes the screen to Jones. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
This offense just continues to struggle to find any sort of rhythm. And now part of it is self-inflicted wounds. but the vast majority of their struggles has just been their inability to pass protect. You can't expect your quarterback to settle into the game and have any confidence operating out of the pocket when the second he hits his back foot, the play's over. This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be knocked down before he can even think about returning that one. Whoa! A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. This is caught downfield. It's Dell. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
On first down, it's Stroud. Now he takes off. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
Mike, this is an impressive run, especially considering the fact it was zone coverage. That's a lot of defenders with eyeballs in the backfield focused on the quarterback. So to be able to escape the pocket and pick up good yardage, really good play.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Dell motioning over. They will work the middle with Mixon. He'll be taken down at about the 33-yard line. That's Mekhi Blackman there for the stop. Second and 7. Schultz is the motion man. On second down, Stroud. That'll be taken in by Mixon. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
On first and 10, here's Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. And this is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
Second and goal. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Good blocking, and he's in. C.J. Stroud. Touchdown, Texans. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. This one is caught by Addison. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now McCarthy. He'll look over the middle and find his running back. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. 3rd and 2, and here's McCarthy. He's got a receiver. It's Addison. They hook up again. 2nd time on this drive. And this one's good for 18 yards and a 1st down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the 1st down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. Let's just throw it over their head and try to go for a big play.
That's a 2nd charge timeout for Minnesota, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go until halftime. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. And for the 3rd time in this 1st half, he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shaair. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. That one underneath here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. On play action, Stroud. Off balance throw, it's complete. That's a dozen for number 12, and he's got a 1st down as well.
Talk about having a breakout season in year 3. I mean, years 1 and 2, Mike, he didn't combine for 1,000 yards in total. Year 3, nearly 1,300 yards. Big reason for C.J. Stroud's great rookie season behind center was the play of Nico Collins.
In motion now, it's Collins. And this will be incomplete, but a penalty flag down on the play. And let's see who's guilty. So at halftime, it's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Very one-sided 1st half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The 3rd quarter is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, it is the pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
God, I can't believe what I'm watching.
On second down, here's McCarthy. This one complete to Oliver. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's McCarthy. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the 3rd quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you can have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
He's going to let one fly for Addison. And he'll take it on in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Minnesota. On now for the extra point. Here's Will Riker. His kick is good. Riker out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Begin on the ground, and here's Mixon. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down, and it'll go down as a loss of 2.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. In motion now, it's Collins. They'll go play action with Stroud. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stroud. He dives, and what a catch for the 1st down. 12 yards there, and a 1st down.
You just love to see this effort, especially on 3rd down. You understand, you want to keep this possession alive. You have to do everything in your power sometimes to bail out your quarterback, and it's exactly what he does here, and it brings up a fresh set of downs.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On the give, this is Mixon. The ball comes out. The Vikings have got it.
And as you can see with that fumble, Mike, it really just goes back to the fundamentals of how they're taught.
And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. In motion now, it's Collins. Here's a give up the middle to Mixon. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Schultz is the motion man. On the handoff, it's Mixon. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Linebacker Ivan Pace up to make that play. Here's a 3rd and 10. Stroud going to set up the throw. He's got his man complete to Dell. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now Mixon. Good blocking to the 15. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. In motion now, it's Collins. A run here with Mixon. He's going to lose yardage. How about the defense standing up in the red zone? They'll mark it at the 10. A couple of 3rd down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Stroud. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Ivan Pace. And the Vikings are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
On 1st down, here's McCarthy. Gonna look deep, looking for more.
We see this offense just continue to search for a spark. It's just this entire game, their execution's just been a little bit off. And now here in the second half, they find themselves down by multiple scores. They're going to have to connect on 1 or 2 of these big plays if they want to find themselves back in this one.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. McCarthy from the gun here on 3rd, and for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Kamari Lassiter. And he's going to score again. How about that for a daily double? The 2nd defensive touchdown he's scored in this game. The defense is having a day. They extend the lead with Greg, their 2nd pick 6 of the game.
And that's just something you don't see very often in the NFL, Mike. I mean, you might see a handful of games each year where there's 1 pick 6, but to get 2 pick 6s in the same game, this defense is on fire.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. So, both teams trade touchdowns in that frame as we get through the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is McCarthy. And that is incomplete.
I think all of us up here in the booth were curious, how is this quarterback going to bounce back following the pick six? And a lot of guys come back and they're very conservative and they just want to dink and dunk because they're scared to throw another pick. Well, we found out pretty quickly.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The give to Mixon from out of the pistol. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Dell motioning over. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game. The Texans set to punt this one away. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. First and 10. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Gonna look deep, looking for more. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. That's the safety, Jimmy Ward.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you jump the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week. When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
They'll go right back to Mixon. And this will be a Texans first down. He's able to take it up to the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Here's a toss, right side to Mixon. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Here now, 3rd and 5. Schultz is the motion man. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. 11.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
Don't be afraid of the bounce. See when your things levels gotta change to get mouth. How can I walk in doubt? Never been a beg, never been a loud mouth. Pen can go for days. I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
You wanna try to